Daddy has roof goats. I have roof chickens. She started off on the deck and she went up to this rail. Then she walked down this rail and went up to that. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what she's after, but it's completely funny. It's like she's here. I'm here. What do I do now? Crazy chickens. Let's see. I keep feeling she's gonna slide in a minute and just come off. Look at her. Yeah, she's just gonna come down. I know she's thinking about maybe going to that tree. No, change your mind. What are you gonna do, Mama? What you gonna do? Can't figure it out yet? Just looking all around. She don't know what she should do next. Uh-oh. Slipping. That is hilarious that she's on that roof and doesn't. Oh no, she's gonna go on up. Go on up. She's gonna hop down onto Molly's roof, I bet. She's thinking about it. Oh, Jake came and got turtles out of the pond for me. He just left a little while ago. And then I got in the pool and smoothed out the bottom wrinkles as best I could, and now I'm gonna give it about I don't like to work the well really hard. You know, we have our own water well, but there's 3 houses on it. Mine, Buddy and Steph, and Tony. There she goes. Yep, there she went, down to Molly's roof. Now she'll have to figure out what she's gonna do from there. She may find a lot of junk to eat on top of Molly's roof. Whew. Anyway, Jamie seen us out by it was me and Jake and Alyssa out there, and then Jamie walked over and visited for a little while. But what I was saying about the whale is that there's a gentleman over there with Steph. I think that might be her daddy, but I'm not for sure. She's showing him her garden. And her chickens. That might be her dad. He may have come out to visit her. Well, she should be very proud of her garden. It's beautiful. For a big garden, I would never want one that big. I think mine is just perfect for me. But hers, if she does good with it being this big, then it'll be easy when it comes time to do a little farmer's market, because she'll have all the and she already gave veggies today. When she came to lunch at Daniel's, she came in with a basket of stuff. Some cucumbers, some zucchini, and some yellow squash, crookneck. And my only fear is that she just got it started too early. But I hope it doesn't burn up on her too fast, because it's beautiful. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, with the well. With 3 houses on the well, you never know who's going to be washing clothes or who's going to, be running the dishwasher. Tony's not home right now. I just heard him leave. He had, I heard him last night. They were playing games. He was loud. First there was music, then there was games, like gaming. They were playing games. Him and his friend Zach. So, They just left, and I don't know if they went. I don't know if he's taking Zach home. Oh, Zach has a new vehicle, but I don't know if he picked Zach up and now he's taking him home, or if they just went to get something to eat or something. But so I don't think he's probably not doing it. He may do some laundry tonight for work starting next week. But anyway, that's the fear with the well, is that you just overwork it when you don't know everybody's trying to use it. And I can already, and Buddy and them can too. I get messages from Buddy, not all the time, but random, Mom, are you doing anything? Because we have no water pressure. And I don't normally send those messages, because what I'll do, and I guess Daddy did this to me, is, let me turn this around. Daddy was always a stickler about our well down there when we were little. And so the minute something would not quite be right, like he would start walking, looking at all the connections, the connection in the, out by the barn for the cow, for the cow water, or just, the water hose connection in the front yard, or the water hose connection in the backyard, just looking for leaks or drips or anything that for some reason there's no pressure. And it's got me like that too. So if it's in the evening and there's no pressure for 20 or 30 minutes, I don't worry about it, because I feel like Buddy and Steph are Tony. They could be taking baths, or they could be doing a load of laundry. But if it goes on where it's an hour or so, if it gets to be an hour and there's still no pressure, then I go out and I walk. If it's dark already, then I take my flashlight and I check the well first to see if it's running. If I hear it running, then I know something is using the well. So, and then I check the pressure on the well to see, maybe we have a foot valve stuck open or something. If everything looks normal at the well, then I come to the corner of my house and check my where it comes into the house, and then, it goes all, it could be a leak in any of the bathrooms or kitchen, but I check for anything that I see maybe dripping. Usually I don't. Normally it's Tony's, because Tony has his water line comes under at the corner where this plant is over there, in that corner right there. His water line goes down right there and goes under the ground, and it sort of goes off to the right of my swimming pool, and then it cuts back toward his house. And right there at the corner of the swimming pool is where I tied in and took water to where all the water hoses are at the corner of the chicken yard. And then his shoots on over. But when it comes out of the ground, it's got a connection there out of the ground and then going in. Sometimes that has been messed up, especially back years ago when he had one of his girlfriends had a big dog. And because he has no skirting, or he's got a little bit of skirting now that I started and never finished. But then he had no skirting, and the dog would go under and she would hit things. It's a big dog. She's going under your house. She's hitting all kinds of stuff. She'd be hitting under there. And several times she popped a line. But in his main bath, he had a garden tub. There was a garden tub in there before Harvey. And he took that out. And his clawfoot tub that he wanted to put in there, and I bought it for him for Christmas after Harvey. So we're talking about Christmas 2017. It's sitting over there. I don't know if y'all can see it, because I don't know what you can see, but it's over there beside the barn. I don't even know if y'all could see it, because I don't even know if I had you too high, but it's over there. And it's been there since Christmas 2017, because he needed to put a subfloor down in there and get his floor strong enough for a clawfoot tub. When he does that, his tub is ready to go in. But right now, it's an empty hole there with plumbing that comes up out of the floor, and he's got caps on everything. But a couple of times, his inside dogs and cats have like jumped or hit them or popped them, and they've broke. So truthfully, besides a couple of times when Buddy and Steph left sprinklers going, it's usually Tony. I don't want to knock on wood and say I never have any pipes break, because I do. But I haven't in a long time, praise God. And usually but actually none of us have had anything But that's what I'm saying. I don't want my well to run for a long time while I'm watering out there. Not watering, but putting water in the pool. So I'll run it for about an hour. And there's a little bit of water from the rains we've had. And there's a few leaves and stuff. And I haven't got me I need to pick me up a skimmer leaf picker upper thing. Because mine had holes all in it, the little net. And I threw it away. And I need to get me one of them because there's already a few leaves and June bugs and stuff. So as soon as there's about 6-7 inches of water in the bottom, then I'll go ahead and put a chlorine tablet in the floater and throw it in. That way it won't let that water turn green. And then we're just a few days away from payday, so any big things I'm not worried about right now. I'll just hold off. And then I'll pick me up a skimmer. I don't even know if that's what they're called. Whatever they're called. Those little nets you pick the leaves out with. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. I haven't coughed too much, praise God, today. I've had to clear my throat. And I do a lot of spitting like a boy. But getting that junk out of my system is good. And I've taken my last antibiotic. I think it was yesterday I took my last antibiotic. So today I'm just taking a decongestant. It's a Sudafed is what it is. Sudafed PE. I think those are the little initials. Anyway, it's for what's going on with me right now. And it's the only thing out of everything that I've been taking. And I took Mucinex and all these different things. And this seems to actually help more than anything else. So I wish I'd been taking it from the beginning. Anyway, I don't know about tomorrow. It's the old folks home again or the nursing home again. And I just don't know yet if I feel comfortable going. I went to church this morning, but you know, you're in church. I didn't shake any hands. We got there late. So I was just in my pew. Levi didn't even sit with me. Levi went in first and sat beside Mom and Dad, but I was behind him. Therefore, I wouldn't have had to. I don't like to sit on the end of the pew. So I would have had to scoot past him and sat beside Mom, between him and Mom. Or the aisle behind Mom and Dad there was nobody on it. Normally we sit behind Mom and Dad, or they sit behind us, but we don't normally sit on the same aisle. We sort of spread out a little bit, and so I just sat on my aisle by myself, which was fun. And then I left. I didn't, like the smile and the wave type thing, but I didn't get close to anybody. Not that bronchitis is contagious. I don't know about sinus infections if they're contagious. But I know I coughed a couple of times in church, and then that made me like self-conscious, like, oh my gosh, everybody just heard me cough, and it's a nasty cough. Now they're going to think I have COVID. That's what you think. That's what goes on in my head. I think that's what goes on in most people's heads. So I was just like, I was fine just getting out of church real quick. I spent the last 3 minutes looking at my nose down because I'm not paying attention to where this camera is. Anyway, my garden is looking good. Steph brought me some tomatoes. I don't know if I already talked about that. She says she's not for sure what they are, that they got mixed up. I can't remember how she said some of them got mixed up. So she said some may be, I don't remember if she said cherry tomatoes. But she just said some will be the green giants, and some will be just tomatoes, red tomatoes. The green giants don't get red. So I don't know. I kept, I've got 3 right here that I did not put in a grow bag because I've got potting soil. I think it's for raised beds. So it'll be fine in a grow bag. But it's in the back of my truck, and and it's a big bag, and I just did not feel like lifting that bag last night. So yesterday, that little bit, not last night, but yesterday afternoon, and for a little while, me and Levi came out, and I took 2 of them and put them in the ground in the wider spaces I had between other tomatoes. And then 4 of them are in grow bags. I had 2 grow bags that I was able to fill up with the potting soil or garden soil, whatever I had. I had a bag, half of a bag, but it filled 2 bags. So I put 1 in each of those bags, and then I never did get replacement cucumbers for the ones that Molly ate down. So I took those 2 bags out of the planter box, and I put 2 of the tomatoes in tomato in each one of them. So there's 4 tomato plants in grow bags inside the garden on those bricks, on those stepping stones. And then 2 in the actual, so that's 6 just out there right now in the garden. And then I still have 3 right here that I never did put in the ground or in a bag. And I was just thinking, when Alyssa left, she was looking at the garden, and I told her, I said, Alyssa, I can help you build a little raised garden bed like that with a little gate that goes in and everything if you want one day. And she goes, will you? And I said, yeah. And then what made me think she may be asking me soon was because Jake turned and goes, is it too late to plant a garden? I said, no, it's not too late to plant a garden. They wouldn't want to start any by seeds right now, I don't think. There might be some late spring seeds. I don't know. I don't really know, because I don't start stuff by seeds. But I told her, I said, if you go to Houston Garden Center or to like Home Depot or even Walmart, I used to love to get my vegetables at the feed store, and Tractor Supply has very few, and they don't do the little, remember when you could buy, I don't know if y'all, but I remember when you could get the tray. I would call it a tray. It would be 6 compartments in one tray, and it'd be 6 plants, and it would be like $2.50 or $3 or something for that one tray. You're gonna get 6 plants for $3, like awesome deal. Lately, it's been those little pots that are biodegradable, 1 plant sticking out of it, and that pot is $4 to $5 for 1 plant. And that's just crazy to me. And it was the feed store that you could always get the little trays, and I haven't seen anywhere else selling the trays. I'm trying to think. I think Tractor Supply, I was able to get a tray, but they didn't come in that. They didn't come in those little, I'll show you what I was able to get at Tractor Supply. Used to, you could get 6. At Tractor Supply this year, I kept them. This is what you get at Walmart. So this whole thing, this would be, oh, there's no price tag on this one. I don't see any prices on them. But they were $4 something, like $4.67 or something like that. I don't know. Per plant, per one of these, which was crazy to me. At Tractor Supply, I was able to get this. I can't even get this out of here. It's okay. Well, no, that was a flower, but I did get a vegetable. None of these are saying vegetable. This with 4. I can't remember. It may have been the the cucumbers that came like that. I can't remember. Or you know what? I had 6 cucumbers. It may have been that I got the cucumbers in a 6-pack from Tractor Supply. Possibly. Anyway, sorry. You can't do that like that anymore. I don't know where you can get them like that still, but I didn't go to Houston Garden Center for any vegetables, and you can still get them in the trays like that, but it's getting expensive to just go buy a plant, already a plant. You know, it's almost getting to where you need to start on by seeds if you can, and I never realized just how much. I'm assuming that you can start a seed in the ground without starting it in a greenhouse or something. You just go out at that certain time. You're not gonna start seeing a seedling for, you know, they always say, you know, from seed in 7 to 10 days you see the little, you know. And then dad has always had good, because he will start by seed, and I'll have a plant that I bought at the store that's, let's say, 6 inches tall already out of the top of the pot, you know, from the top of the dirt to the top of the plant, be 6-7 inches tall. Dad'll plant them by a seed, and 2 weeks later his little plants are as tall as the one that I just bought at the store, and he planted by seed. So it may get to the point it's just the easiest way to do it is by seed, or maybe not the easiest, but definitely the least expensive. Anyway, I'm gonna get in. It's just a pretty day out, and I can see my goats are out eating. Molly is starting to cross over into the field that's Buddy and Steph's side. And you know, I talked a while back in one of my videos about cutting that fence and taking all that raggedy mess down so she doesn't get stuck in barbed wire, get any barbed wire stuck around her feet. So I think in the next couple of days, I know I want to get, I've got all the corral boards that go around the bottom of the chicken coop, the chicken run. I need to start on that. Those have been here. Those were delivered back when McCoy's delivered all that stuff for me. It wasn't necessity right then, and then I got sick, so I'm going to have to get that done. But one of the fastest things that will take the least amount of time is to go out with my snips and snip some of that ragged fence and roll it up and get it out of the way. That way she will not be getting caught in that barbed wire. And then, you know, it's just the divider fence between Steph's field, Buddy and Steph's, and mine. She needs something in there to eat them down. Therefore, my goats are there to eat it down, because she doesn't have animals anymore. Maybe one day she'll want animals, but she doesn't, I don't guess right now. I hate to say I hope she don't ever want anything in there, because with having a milk cow, she's going to need, for us to have this little business, we need her, and we need to really have a second one, and we're going to need as much pasture as we can get close. I don't want to have to call a milk cow up from the 40 acres in the back behind Mom and Dad's. They need to be able to eat here, so we need that pasture. Not that I'm trying to take it from them. I'm just saying that the fence is raggedy. The goats are already climbing under and over fences. Billy literally put one section of fence way down. I think that's what Molly's stepping over, but there's barbed wire all right there, and I'm scared to death she's going to get caught or stuck or cut up. So in the next couple of days, I'm going to cut all that out, even if it's just a section of fence, and all the posts stay. That section of raggedy fence with the barbed wire that's going to cut something up, I'm going to get it all out of there. And if Buddy and Steph want to come back later with a cattle panel fence, you know, that's up to them. But I just don't feel like at this point right now we should either one of us worry about a fence going up right there. We should just let the animals eat on it. Otherwise, she's got to have somebody come and cut it, like Daniel has to mow it or Jake has to mow it. So as long as the animals are able to eat on it, then it doesn't have to be mowed. I've got that. Hear that chicken? I've got 1 or 2 chickens laying in the old garage. So now that's another one of mine. Not only do I go, well, that's the only thing. The ducks lay in a little hole in the corner of the yard. In that yard where Molly is, that lane. And then all the rest of my chickens are laying in the coop until I found a clutch of eggs, or nest of eggs, whatever you want to call it. She wasn't laying on them, but anyway, there was about 7 or 8 eggs, and I'm thinking, okay, but there were some green ones and there were some brown ones. That's 2 chickens, and if they're going there every day, that's only 4 days. So I found them in time so they weren't ruined eggs. Anyway, I just keep talking. I need a friend. I'm just going to use y'all as my friend to talk to. I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. I'm still going to talk to y'all. All right. Love you guys. God bless y'all.